Hello, everybody. Ziona here to share a new deck list for WarcraftRumble PvP. Today we're going to be focusing on the Tirion OnePush deck. As the name suggests, this deck is entirely designed to win the game in a singular push, slow pushing down a lane, getting your tank in with multiple healers in behind to make that bad boy unkillable, whilst sacrificing our base, sacrificing mid-gold, and sacrificing enemy side chest to try and win in one push. It is a high-risk, high-reward deck, but we have the tools we need to push and win in one go. It is a fast deck, quite aggressive, and very beginner-friendly. It's quite simple to play. Well, I shouldn't say it's simple to play, but it's simple in concept, and with practice, you'll come to master it. Let's take a look at the cards we have and how this deck is going to work. It runs a cost of 4.0, which is extremely expensive, so it's quite good into the late game if it does manage to get there, but we do want to end this fast. For an expensive deck, it is actually quite good for the early game. Taking a look at what we've got here, we've got our frontline Beefcake. I run the Abomination because he pulls in those ranged threats, which are what's going to stop us from winning in one push. Being able to pull those scary splash targets and mages and Jaina's and all that stuff in just to die into your death ball is really what takes this deck over the top. There are alternatives to Abomination, so don't worry if you don't have them. You can run things like foot soldiers, footmen. I'm not a big fan of footmen, personally. I think they lose too hard to rend black hand decks, which are super popular right now. But looking at some other alternatives, we've got Molten Giant, which is a great replacement if you don't have a high-level Abomination. He does lack the ability to pull in threats, but he is extremely tanky, and that's what we need. Another tanky option for cheaper cost would be the Fire Elemental as well as the Gargoyle. So don't panic if you don't have Abomination. There are alternatives. He's just certainly the best option. What isn't expendable is Holy Nova. Without Holy Nova, this deck does not work. It is the de facto card for this deck, the most important card for this deck. Some things can be switched around, but Holy Nova cannot. It is far too important, and to play this deck without it would be just asking to lose violently. As you can see, I've over-leveled the tank and the heal in this because those are the two most important cards. It is the bread and butter to the deck. I run Amplify Magic. When you do get to your beneficial ability on your Holy Nova, when you get it on Common Plus, Amplify Magic will double the healing on our elemental cards, which is just a nice bonus, but that's not why we take it. We take it for the effect that it does double to elemental minis, but that includes opponent elemental minis. Allowing this 3-drop card to one-shot things like Flame Waker on the opponent's side, for example. Things like Blackrock Pyromancer. Even you can possibly one-shot, depending on how high level your card is, you can one-shot Ogre Mage. Stuff like that. That's really scary for the deck. It's great into Drake as well. It's just an all-around fantastic card that you need in the deck. We do run the risk, since we're hard pushing one lane, of the opponent rushing and beating us in the opposing lane. So we need some cheap, or not cheap so much as powerful defensive cards that we can throw down to take positive trades and defend on our weak side while we focus on that big push with our multiple healers behind. For that, we take Flame Waker, who is hands down the best defensive ground-based defensive unit in the game, and we take some splash air defense in the Safe Pilot. The Safe Pilot, we don't really want to throw into the fray. She'll die. We can do that offensively later down the road if we do find an opportunity, but we're going to be dropping both of these behind the tower so as to not let them die and just do their job on defense. We've also got Banshee for if there's something we can't deal with and we need to steal it to use it on our own weak side defense. All of these cards can be used in our offensive side push as well. And then we've got our two basic healers, which do exactly that. They just heal the crap out of your frontline beefcake. You want as many healers behind your tank as possible. Running multiple tanks is an option. If you manage to cycle back to it, you can have two abominations, but you are much better off having one abomination and 3, 4, 5 healers than you are two abominations and less healers, right? The healing is really where this deck shines. You may think we lose to Blizzard, but nope, we can actually heal through that with Holy Nova. The one thing that does obliterate this deck is Living Bomb. We have no answer for Living Bomb. I have tested using Cheat Death in place of Banshee. I've done a lot of testing with this deck. Banshee is the option. I've tried Blizzard, you name it. There's no answer to Living Bomb. If you go against opponent with Living Bomb, it's still possible to win. It's just extremely difficult, and you have to play it completely differently. Like your standard deck, answering your opponent, taking positive trades, and winning that way. You can't win in a one push versus a Living Bomb, unfortunately, even with Cheat Death. So that is an unfortunate weakness to the deck, but it's extremely easy to play. It's very simple, straightforward, beginner friendly, and it's great for PvE content as well. If you are struggling on some of those hard levels, this will do you the trick. But that's basically the cards run through. It's very simple, and we're going to jump into some PvP to kind of show you how it works. It's all about one big slow push. You want all your cards dropped at the back. We're going to be sacrificing mid-gold, sacrificing opponent side gold. We're ignoring everything. Very uninteractive deck. We're ignoring the opponent as much as we can to win in one push. But as said earlier, it is very high risk, very high reward. I find I win more than I lose. But people who go face and just smash your base with hyper-aggressive cards, sometimes it can be hard to deal with. So right now, Abomination is a problem, so it's going to hook in our ranged defense. So we're actually going to end up using our Cyclist Miner out because he's in the way. We're going to end up using our Banshee and hoping that we can land it. They have a Banshee here too. Unfortunate. Let's see if we can get this Banshee to connect. Good stuff. Let's get another healer down. Him having Banshee is a pain in the butt. We want to try and get... I don't want to waste Elixir in case I have to Holy Nova here, which we might. It's looking okay so far. We might have to Holy Nova, but I'm waiting for them to drop a card so we can take a nice trade with it. I'm going to use it because otherwise my healer will die. It's looking good so far. Let's just try and keep our healers alive. That's what's most important. And we're going to try and take this. See how we're using that Banshee to defend, right? It's very powerful. And here we go. We finally got 3 healers on this tank. It took us a little while. A bit of a struggle for us in the early game here, but we're doing okay. I'm going to use a miner to get our chests, and we're going to drop a heal. Oh, unfortunately, Tirion died. It's a weak one push for sure, but we're getting there. Let's get Tirion out. Oh, Abomination is such a pain in the butt for us. Let's see if we can't steal it. Come on, there we go. Look at that. Good stuff. Good stuff. So that's looking like game there. Singular push for another victory. Try and get that Banshee. Oh, unlucky. Abomination is actually quite an issue for us. But that was a good, solid first push. Good on this guy for defending that. It's quite hard to do. Let's get... God damn, Abomination drives me mental. Let's try and defend here. Cycle out the miner. And that's okay. If worst case, we've already done some damage to the opponent. At this point, we can actually play defensively if we wanted to, which is not a bad option. It's another thing that this deck can do. I'm just seeing what he's doing here. Looks like we might take a win. See if we can't steal this. Oh yeah, that's what we're talking about. All right, let's get some healers in behind this guy and try for another push. I really want to steal this enemy abomination, but there's no guarantees we do into a Rivendare deck. There's too many little guys kicking around. All right, let's go heal. Get rid of some of those small guys. We're already into overtime. Great job from this guy defending. Props to Mr. Amethyst. If we can get one of these. It looks okay so far. We've just got to hold. Hold the fort! We're doing okay. We're doing okay. My goodness, what a strong deck this guy has managed to create. We just don't want a Banshee connecting, and we win. As long as a Banshee doesn't connect to our good stuff, to our tank, we won that. What a scary game that was. Sorry, that didn't go nearly as planned. What a good opponent. Well done to him. Let's play another one. Maybe it'll be a little easier for us. I can show you the power when we actually get a genuine OnePush going. Abomination is pretty hard to deal with. It's just a strong card right now. Being able to pull our healer out of our death pile is pretty problematic for us. But we still managed to pull the win. One solid push was more than enough damage. We tried our best to play defensively with a deck that isn't designed to play like that, but we were so far ahead off that one push, we ended up winning. So let's try this again. It looks like we've got a much better opening hand this time. This guy's wasting elixir, so that's not going to kill the tower. Silly boy. So now we've got double healer on our tank already. We can actually show off the OnePush. Cycle this miner out. Get him out of here. We don't want miner. If I could remove him from the deck, you know I would. He's just literally a detriment. All right, here we go. Let's put a Flame Waker just cuz. Just because we can. We are so far ahead. Let's throw this down. Try to get another healer in. I don't really care what I take with a Banshee. I'm just super far ahead, so. Nice fast OnePush win. There we go. This is more what I'm used to. This is much better. Oops, I misplaced that healer, but I think he's given up. Let's be honest. What's he going to do? The only way to beat a deck like this is to rush my base on weak side as fast as possible. That one was very fast. You know what? For just for this deck, let's jump into a third. The deck, you know, you win fast or you lose fast. Let's see if we go 3 for 3 while showing off the deck and what it's capable of. But as you can see, games don't last that long, so I want to give you guys a real good example of what this can do into certain decks, and hopefully we don't run into a living bomb. We've been fortunate enough in the last few games to not have any. And I'm honestly hoping that we don't, because even showing you how to play in a living bomb. Ooh, a splash damage heavy deck. Let's see how we do. All right, I guess we'll just cycle out for our thing here. I just want to see what he's doing. Determine what side I want to push on here. Looks like I'm going to be pushing on opponent's side. So we've got our Flame Waker in the back. Now watch the damage this guy does. This is what... Oh, he managed to kill it. Good job on that, what do you call it? Safe pilot doing work there. All right, well, we defended. Unfortunately, we can get our push going off the bat. What? What the hell just happened? Where'd my Banshee go? There's no way he landed on it. What the frick? All right, whatever. That's unfortunate. We don't mind losing our base. Not a problem. I don't know what happened to that... I do not know what happened to that Banshee. Or, yeah, to the Banshee. That was kind of weird. I've never seen anything quite like that. All right, we just defend with Flame Waker here. Try and get some more healers in behind. Flame Waker can single-handedly defend almost anything in the game. Completely broken card. And we can let that connect. Let's just chuck a miner down there to get it out of the way. Throw a heal. Keep this alive. We're going to steal their chest. A little rough start, a little bit spooky. I keep doing that where I'm throwing my healer in the wrong spot, but here comes the OnePush. The OnePush that took a little bit too long to get to. Opponent was spooking me a little bit, but here we go. Get rid of that miner, he's in the way. Hover our heal. Let's put a Banshee just in case he's got some kind of threat. Looks like he's given up. So there we go, guys. That's the Tirion OnePush. It is it's not super easy to play. It's definitely not my play style. I like my control decks. This is extremely aggressive, but that's basically the deck. It's pretty easy to play. Pretty easy to push those trophies. So here it is again. Thanks everybody for watching. I hope if you do use this deck, I do hope it serves its purpose. I hope it helps you out pushing those trophies. If it's your kind of play style, it's not mine, but I do my best to show you all the different opportunities you can have in this game. It's not something I'm going to be using to push high trophies, but maybe it's something that you're going to do well with. Who knows? Again, great in PvE. So thanks everybody for watching. I really appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe, all that crazy nonsense YouTube stuff. I'm mostly just doing these videos to help people out. I'm not so much into the fame and fortune. But thanks for watching, and keep on rumbling.